Hi again, it's me, Cinnamon. I'm a 23-year-old working a corporate job who loves all things personal finance, especially budgeting. And today I'm going to be recapping my budget for January 2024. So I think I did pretty well in January, so I'm like really excited to go through everything. But first, I'm going to start with my income from January. So a lot of small income sources like cash back, interest from my high yield savings account, and some work reimbursements, but most of my income, as you can see, is coming from my salary here and a bonus I'm being paid out through work. It's a signing bonus, but I'm getting paid it out monthly, which is honestly pretty good. So yeah, that all totaled to $22,574.17, and that is gross. So this is before taxes and any deductions. Speaking of taxes and deductions, though, I budgeted $6,783.12 towards taxes, most of which has already been paid out since most of my taxes are paid out through like my company's payroll. But I do have $65.09 that I'm setting aside for future taxes that I will be paying on my high yield savings account interest. I also budgeted $11,207.09 towards investments, $3,029.98 of which has already been like made in my investment account. And the amount that's already been made is everything that was made through payroll, which is my HSA contribution and my 401k contribution. And I have some money available that I have to transfer to my, brokerage account. Um, and actually, yeah, make this activity go through. That's why I don't just use the spending recaps or like the spending report here because sometimes like I am lagging on what I'm actually doing. So I like to also show like the assignment and activity view just so you can see that I have put, a chunk of my paycheck aside already for something. I just, I'm not going to get to making the transfers and payments I need to make until the next month. So I'm expecting for all of this to be zeroed out by the end of February, except for maybe this interest field because I am going to owe taxes and I'm going to use interest that I'm accruing now to pay off last year's like taxes for interest because I wasn't setting aside the money last year like I was supposed to be. So I am going to let this build up a little bit more because I know how much I'm going to owe in taxes. So yeah, that is all good there. And do as you can see, I gave myself $4,583.96 towards my personal spending categories, and that's what's going to be showing up in my spending recap. Oops, jumped the gun here. But yeah, I took out two categories that I do get reimbursed from work, so my work utilities and my commuting, but I can like throw them back in. I don't know, maybe I will. And yeah, everything else is just like my actual spending recap categories. Well, yeah, if I ever spent for my emergency funds, which I really wouldn't. So, yeah, everything here. And as you can see, in January, I spent of like the $4,300 I gave myself. I spent or 4,500, 250 of which is part the reimbursement I got from work. So as you can see, in January, I spent $2,832.52, which is like amazing to me because if you look into my core spending, my rent alone is $1,700. So I spent only like $1,000 outside of rent, which is so amazing to me. And I'm like really happy about this. I hope I can keep this up for the whole year because, man, if I keep this up for the whole year, I will be reaching all my goals. I will be able to do like all of the extra things I want to do that are outside of my regular spending. So let's get into it. First, I spent outside of rent, I spent $412.75 on groceries, and that was all HelloFresh. I like to get grocery delivery because I don't have a car. I don't, yeah, have a card. So it's just easier for me to get grocery delivery. The delivery alone, though, is $10.99. So this like does add up to my bill quite a bit. And I'm like thinking how that would compare to like Ubering to Trader Joe's, but I also really like other parts of HelloFresh, like how they portion out what's it called, like spices for you, and they just give you the recipe ideas too, so it's like way, way easier. So yeah, that is HelloFresh, and I mostly got 8 servings a week, but one week I did only get 6 servings, and I also one week got like an extra breakfast thing, like a big batch breakfast, and that was way too much food. So I don't think I'm gonna do that again because I was eating that breakfast like for a while. It was a lot of food. Right now I am getting a slightly discounted rate, like I'm getting probably like $7 off on my whatchamacallit, normal 8 serving delivery. I'm getting like $7 off. So I don't know. Like thinking about everything going up $7, for 4 times a week. It's not too bad when you put it like that. That is an extra $28, but it's like, man, do I feel like I'm getting $28 like more service? I don't know. But I'm gonna stick to it for now because it is working. I love how like if you guys have seen my past budget videos, like I would just eat out all the time and I literally immediately switched over to cooking and I was just able to like make the switch. I feel like when I'm actually committed to something, I can just do it. And I really like that about myself. One thing though is that cooking is very time consuming. Like I do think, in terms of the economics of life, it makes way more sense for me to eat out every meal than cook because it does take me like 2 hours, like round trip to get everything done. And I don't really see myself going back into like the meal prepping route of like cooking once a week. Um, but I honestly like how my food tastes better than eating out. So that's why I've been able to like really commit to this. And speaking of eating out, I spent $170.78 eating out. And this is even like an overestimate because you can see some of my eating out was going to Whole Foods, getting their hot bar, and also going to Trader Joe's. So if I go to the grocery store and I just get like snacks and small things like that, I'm just going to count it as eating out because those aren't like real meals to me. But yeah, I went to Whole Foods and Trader Joe's like twice in part of this. So I don't know. I kept them as eating out in the classification, but you know, people might feel differently about it. So all of these things aren't super big deals to me. I just want to make sure my total food spending is under $600 a month. And if you add these two numbers up, that is under $600. So I'm really, really happy. And yeah, most of like my eating out, which was using Uber Eats, which is the thing I want to avoid the most, is I was like, did I get e-cuisine? But I got e-dumpling. Yes, yeah, was just like days where I was really underprepared. So the first of the month, I was very underprepared, very tired from like New Year's Eve activities. So I did just order Panda Express, and I think what happened here, I think I got my HelloFresh box or something like around this time, something like that. But I was like not in the mood to cook Panda Express. Then I got Panda Express again one time, and like honestly, at this point, I've been getting used to cooking and the taste of my food, and so I know by this time I got Panda Express the third time, I felt like ill, like I did not ever want to like order Panda Express again. So I don't know. We'll see how eating out goes in the future, but I feel very like confident I will continue to not overspend in that category. Another thing to add is that I do have like meals out in other categories here, but for eating out, this is just like eating out I do alone. Yeah, if I eat out with friends, that falls under social, which is my next category. So what I'm really loving is that because I've been like on top of my own budget, it's been like way easier for me to be like generous with my friends. So I went out with my friends, and I just demoed $50 because I don't want to like nickel and dime anyone. I definitely did not get $50 worth of food and drink, but like it is totally fine. I just didn't want to like nickel and dime, and I felt really comfortable to not do that because I knew I was like staying within my own budget in other places. This was for going out with a friend. No, 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 no. This is from when my friend stood me up, and then I got myself like just something from Uber Eats from the place we are supposed to go to. Uh, I was going to a friend's event, canceled going that, so I got my Venmo back there. We went out to like a club. This was the cover. The club sucked. This was way like too much for the cover there too. So, but it was a good experience. I got my friends empanadas at the club. So I don't like saying the club. Like it makes me seem like we were like clubbing. It was just a club, but it wasn't like a crazy, crazy one. Obviously, they had empanadas. Like what kind of club can you just eat empanadas at? That's crazy, you know? So yeah, I bought like food for all my friends. I definitely like feel like I owe them money from when we went out this time, but we're like not nickeling and diming each other, which I really like that in this friend group. And then I also bought a bunch of ice cream for my friend who's been like cooking me dinners. Like, what? Crazy. So I was like, let me get you some ice cream. I spent $87.22 on health insurance, and that is high this month because I had three paychecks. So more income, more expenses in terms of that. Something I didn't clarify here is that this was a three paycheck month. Oops. I should have said that. This is unusually high. Sorry. Okay. Health and hygiene expenses. I got a refund from Target. My gym membership. I had to send a gift card for a skincare product I was buying. It's weird. And yeah, I bought some more like creams, and my hand cream that I buy is $11. It is so small and it's $11. So I'm like, hmm, the beauty stuff I buy, like I don't really buy makeup or anything. Like my normal day-to-day beauty products are so expensive. My regular hand cream is $11 and my regular bar of soap is $8 for a bar. Like that is very expensive for a bar of soap. I haven't gotten over that once I like really looked at it. But you know what? Maybe I'll stick to my expensive or higher cost products. They're not like super, super expensive, but to me they're just like, whoa. Maybe I'll stick to that because I'm doing well in everything else. Household utilities, just $60, but I'm gonna probably have a big utility bill next month because it's just like off months, but when we get like billed for things. Skill development. So this is usually like when I'm anything work related. And so you can see there's some eating out here, but it was all like work networking related. So my coworker's leaving. I did get her like sweet green. I paid for her sweet green. I went to a volunteer event and I went out to get like, drinks, like hot chocolate type drinks with the other volunteers. So yeah, volunteering is going to show up a lot more in my budget because most things were happening virtually, but now a lot of things are happening in person again. And we were getting like do, 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 do. We were getting some hoodies at work and got some like Shake Shack after or whatever. You just want to like eat with the group sometimes. So it was one of those things. And I got the Korean fried chicken sandwich, which was not good. I did not like it. Oh, the last time I ate out when I went to Shake Shack, there was a T-Mobile Tuesday coupon where you got a free Shack burger. So I had to just spend $4.90 on the drink. And I saw the advertisement for the Korean fried chicken sandwich and I really wanted to try it. So that's why I got it the next time and it was not good. So that was like a sign. I'm done eating out. That was a sign. I had some deductions, legal insurance, and let's see what else. Do. Oh yeah, I took an Uber to volunteering. I had really low transportation expenses this month because my friends were like taking such good care of me and driving me everywhere. So that was really nice. And yeah, my renter's insurance. So really, really, really like good month in terms of spending. Like I feel happy with where all the categories are. If I want to really boost my social activities category because I feel like, yeah, I just want to make sure like I'm taking care of my friends as much as they're taking care of me. That would be great. That'd be great. And so, yeah, obviously I gave myself more money than I spent. So that means I do have some leftover money in different places. I have some rollover from this month of $365.79. So I slightly actually have more rollover. I have rollover this month of $386.57. I put money aside for next month's expenses. And in my singing funds, I was able to put the main thing I did, like I cleared some singing funds out. Yeah, cleared some singing funds out if you watch my budgeting videos. Oh, that is odd, actually. Yeah, I didn't show this. I'm being really disorganized this video because there's more. There's more spending I did. So my sinking funds, I did some spending. I paid for TurboTax, which is how I like to get my taxes done. Free Tax USA is cheaper. I think Free Tax USA is just $15, and I really should like make the transition. I complained last year about TurboTax charging me $128, but this time I got a $50 like off coupon from TurboTax, and then I got a $10 off coupon from my card's rewards, like a $10 credit back. So it came out to $68, and I was like, that's fine. I really just like am comfortable with TurboTax. I've been using it since I've been in college, so I just gotta have a positive association with it. So yeah, I have done my taxes, and I will make a video about that and what I owe. And then I also bought my mom dinner. So yeah, I was just like, oh, I still have Uber Eats. I still have like I paid for a year subscription to Uber Eats. Yes, because I'm not an intelligent person apparently. I'm like, okay, whatever. But actually no, it was really smart because it comes with Uber One, which is like also part of the Uber credit system. So it gives me like Uber rewards, which I will continue to use Uber. But who knows how much I will use Uber now that like I mostly go out with my friends and they drive me around a lot more. Um, so we'll see. But while I have Uber Eats, I'm like, oh, let me get my friends and my family food. So my mom, she's like working a late job right now, and I was like, let me like send you over food. So that is something else I spent on. Do. Now I can talk about my sinking funds. So yeah, I like had some money that I gave myself for my sinking funds, move things around. I gave myself $727.47 towards my sinking funds, but after moving things around, I was able to put $1,360 to my family vacation category. And yeah, I'll probably be spending this in February because I need to get the Airbnb. And the reason why this will be enough to cover the Airbnb is because this is not going to be like a 10-week trip or even a 7-day trip. It's only going to be 10-week, 10-day trip. Um, it's only going to be 4 days, 3 nights. So that's why it's like on the cheaper side, I guess, to get the Airbnb for like my family. So it's just a short, weekendy kind of trip. And yeah, I think I should be able to get the Airbnb. I'm just like nervous. I've never ever done Airbnb before, and I'm really, really nervous, guys. So yeah, let me know if you've like ever done an Airbnb for your family. Like, was it worth it versus like I tried to actually do the math, getting everyone like a hotel room. Unbelievable, like not possible. So I know Airbnb is the only option for what I want for my family that's in my budget, but I'm so scared. Okay, yeah, I'm a scaredy cat about a lot of things. I hope I gave a good overview of like what I actually spent on and what I'm planning to spend on, and just recapping like all the budgeting videos in one. So hopefully everything in February goes well. February spoiler, I've already been spending way too much on social activities. So we're gonna need to cut back somewhere and make it work. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I hope you have a good day. Bye.